Yes, respond ma. So 30 onwards, we will have mid one exam. Okay, so in the next week, so or in this week only, we'll try to send the assignment question paper. Okay, so instructions will be given by the in charge. I think the format, everything given to you. So according to that, so follow that process. So that can be given by the in charge. So in your group, you will get that type of messages. So, but in this week, I will try to send the assignment question paper, and if it is possible, then I will send question bank also. So after discussing with all the remaining faculty who are teaching for the remaining sections, so that is not decided by me. So we have to discuss with the remaining faculty who are teaching this compiler design subject. Okay, so in the last class, which one canonical that is LR parser completed, that is CLR parser, and only one topic is here. With that, we'll finish the unit 2. That is a LALR parser, and wait just 1 minute.
Daddy.
Yeah, is my screen visible, ma? Hello. Yes, respond. Hello, I share the screen. Is it visible? Okay. So in the SLR parser, we have seen how to construct that passing table. So that is called SLR. Say what CLR, not SLR. SLR also completed. Then second one is a CLR parser, canonical LR parser. What is the difference between that SLR and this one? So that is a SLR of SLR1. Then this one is a CLR1. Okay. In SLR, what we do, we first there are some steps. Okay, in all the process in SLR, SLR, LLR. So the steps are same. Okay, before finding what that closure item sets, we in SLR we have to find out the first set and follow set. Okay, that is in the SLR. So finding first set and follow set. So based on the first set and follow set, then we are going to fill the entries in the parsing table while performing reduce operation. Okay, a reduce operation uses this follows of all the non-terminal. Okay, with the help of that follow set, this SLR parser is going to perform reduce operation to fill the entries into the table. Okay, so that is then follow set is used. Okay, then why first set is required to find out? So to find out the follow set, that depends on the first also. So that's why finding first set and follow set is compulsory. Okay, these are used to perform the reduce operation to fill the entries into the parsing table. Okay, that is in the SLR, simple LR parser. Okay, then CLR parser. Okay, that step is eliminated. So that means no need to find out first set and follow set before constructing the table. Okay, so no need to find out first set and follow set, not required. Okay, here in CLR, what we do while constructing that item sets, closure of LR of one item sets, in that only lookat symbol is find out, lookat symbol is calculated. Okay, based on the lookat symbol, then this entries will be filled into the table while performing the reduce operation. Okay, so in SLR, follows are used to perform the reduce operation. Here lookat symbol in CLR, lookat symbol is used to perform the reduce operation. Okay, that is a difference. Okay, here lookat symbol is easier. Okay, that depends on the general form. If we follow that general form, okay, here like this is a lookat symbol. Okay, that is combined with the general form. Then first of all, that beta A. So whatever we get, that will be the lookat for that corresponding production. Here lookats are calculated in the closure of item sets, closure of LR one item set. Okay, that is useful. So instead of finding first set and follow set, this lookat symbol easier. Okay, if any mistakes we do in the follow first and follow, then that wrong entries will be filled into table. Okay, but in the lookat symbol calculation, we may not do any mistakes. So just we compare with the general form, then first of all beta A, then whatever the set we get, those will be lookat for that corresponding production. Okay, so that's why it is a more powerful parser compared to SLR, simple LR. So it is a more powerful. Why? Your lookats is calculated in the closure of item set calculation. So that's why it is a most powerful. It does not depend on the first set and follow set. So your lookat symbol is calculated. So that's why it is a more powerful. But one drawback is there in that you will get more number of states. Okay, that is a problem in CLR. Okay, more number of states will be generated from this. So here for this total 10 states generated, 10 states, but is a simple one. Then if we find out the SLR parser for this, we will get few states only, not these many 10. Say 6 or 7 or 5 okay states will be generated for SLR, but in CLR more parsers. Okay, to reduce this, then one more parser is used, that is a LALR parser, look ahead LR parser. Okay, this is a LALR parsing table construction. Okay, here also same thing, this is a LALR parser, so same thing. But same, whatever the approach is used in the CLR parser, same approach used in LALR parser also. Okay, so what is the approach? First of all, same thing. First step is no need to perform no need to remove left regression, left factoring. Okay, that is common in in these three parsers, in SLR, in CLR, in LLR. That is the first step. Okay. Then next second step is what? Separate the productions and give a number to all the production. Okay, this is step also common in all the these three parsers. Okay, that is the second step. Then third step is finding first set and follow set. Okay, this step only in the SLR. Okay, finding first set and follow set required in only SLR, not in CLR and not in LLR. Okay, this third step is removed in CLR and LLR. Okay, then next step is augmenting the grammar. So augmenting grammar means adding a new production to the grammar. Okay, that is in all these three parsers. Okay, adding this new production in SLR, in CLR, in LLR. Okay, so that is step common in the three, but which one finding first set only in SLR, not in CLR, not in LLR. Then next step is so construction of LR of item set. So closure of item sets. Okay, in SLR we call it as a LR of 0 item sets. In SLR we have to call it as LR of 0 item sets, but in SLR, in CLR, in LLR we have to call it as a LR of 1 item set. LR of 1 item set. Okay, so what is the difference between this LR of 0 and LR of 1? Okay, in LR of 0, that stands for look ahead symbol. Okay, 0 look ahead symbol. But in LR of 1 look ahead symbol. So that look ahead symbol is there in the production itself. Okay, so that is useful to fill the entries into the table. But in SLR 0 look ahead symbol, we don't know that next symbol which one it is. Okay, for that follow set is used. Okay, in SLR. So that's why finding first set and follow set is required. Why? Because it is a LR of 0. So 0 look ahead symbol. Okay, so that's why finding first set and follow set in SLR. So in CLR, in LLR, we don't find out what first set and follow set. Why? Because look ahead symbol is there. Okay, look ahead symbol will be calculated at the time of that closure of item. Okay, so that is the difference. Okay, now that's why it is called LR of 1 item set in CLR and LLR. LR of 0 item set in SLR. So LR of 0 item set is finding in SLR. LR of 1 item set is finding in CLR and LLR. Okay. Then next what? So to find item set, we'll apply two functions. One is a closure function, another one is a go to function. Okay, this applying closure function, go to function in all the three parsers. So we'll apply closure function, go to function in SLR, in CLR, in LLR. Okay. So closure function, go to function means with the go to function based on the dot symbol, after dot which symbol is there. Okay, if some terminal is there, of non-terminal, if symbol is there, then go to function can be applied. If after dot no symbol is there, go to function cannot be applied. Okay, that is a go to function. So closure function is used to finding new item sets. Okay, first initially we'll take first production. Okay, then after dot which symbol is there, if it is a terminal, okay, if it is a non-terminal, adding that items to that set. That process is called closure, applying closure function. After that non-terminal is there, so non-terminal production is added, and after that the terminal is there, so no need to add. Okay, we'll stop over there. So that is one closure item set. So like that process is called closure of item set. Then go to function means we will get new item sets. Okay, with the after dot which symbol is there, based on that we will apply go to function. Okay, so in that step, what we'll do, we'll apply closure function and go to function. Okay, so after applying go to function, closure function, we'll get some item sets, those are called I0 to in. So we'll get those many collection of sets of LR of one item sets, LR of one. Here also LR of one lookup symbol is used. Then so for each core present among the set of LR of one, that means for each and every thing we will find all sets have that core and replace thereby union. So that means here we'll see anything or combined, that means a same production but lookup symbol is different. So that is required to find out in this LALR. First of all, we have to, after getting all the LR of one item sets, the next step. So what we have to do before constructing the table, after finding LR of one item sets, next we have to observe each and every item set, which item sets are common with a different lookup symbol. That finding is done in LALR. Okay, so here we have to look each and every item set. Here I0, same process, I0 production, I0 same previously what we have done in the CLR. Okay, that is same. Then I1 also same thing, I2 also same thing, but I3, I6, if you observe I3, I6, where it is, yes, this one is I3 and I6, here this one is I6. So C implies small c dot capital C. Here also C implies C small c dot capital C. Lookup symbol is different. Here CRD, here dollar. The next second person C implies dot CC. Here CD, here dollar. Then C implies dot D. Here also same thing. So productions are all are same, but lookup symbol is different. Okay, in this case, so these two are combined together to make a one state. Here these are the two different states, but with the same productions are there in these two. In LLR, what we are going to do, we'll combine these two to reduce the states. Okay, LLR mainly intention is reducing the number of states. Okay, so now here I3, so that means I3, I6. So we'll clubbing these, combining these I3 and I6 into I36. Okay, this is a item. So like that, we will combine all C implies CC. Okay, like this. Okay, next to I5 not same. So previously how it was there. So here also same thing. Next to I4, I7 or similar I4. Yeah, this one is I7, I3. Yeah, this one is I4. C implies D dot. Here C implies D dot. So lookup symbol is CRD. Here lookup symbol is dollar. Okay. So productions are same, but lookup symbols are different. Okay, clubbing these. So combining these. So here we will get I47. After combining, we will get like that. C implies D dot C or D or dollar. These three are the lookups. So previously this one are separate and this one are separate. So now after combining these two, we'll get a new one set. Okay, new clubbed set with three different lookup symbols. Okay, I47. Next to I5 completed. I6 also combined with I3. So next what we have to do, so 7 complete. 8 to 9 also similar. 8 I8. Next to I9. Yeah, C implies CC. Here C implies CC. Lookup symbol is CD. Here lookup symbol is dollar. So combine these two. Combine that I8, I9. Here we will get 1. C implies CC dot. Okay, these are the three lookup symbols. Okay, so only this step is extra. Okay, everything similar to CLR. After finding collection of LR of one item sets, okay, we have to observe each and every set. Is there any possibility to combine? How we can combine? The production should be same. Look at symbol, obviously different. So in that case, we have to take that production and combine the look at symbols. Okay, like that. So for this grammar, I36 next to I47, I89. Okay, so now how many states? How many will get I not one, I1? This is a 2, 3. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 states. In the previously 10 states. Now 7 states. 3 states reduced. Okay. So next to construct the draw the table, same thing, action part, go to part. So now rows reduced. I0 to okay, I1, I2, I36, 4, 7, 5, 8, 9. Okay. So I0, I1, I2, same thing, same operation. But what you have to do here, 3, S3. Okay. So now what we have to write to 3 means 3, 6 command. So 3, 6. S4 means 4, 7. So like that we have to write. Next to here also 3, 6. So here S3. So 3. So 3 is a command with 6. Okay. S3, 6. Here 4, 7. Okay. Here also 3, 6. Here also 3, 6. Here also 4, 7. Here 4, 7. Here also 3, 6. 4, 7. Okay. So like that we will combine. Here 4, 3, 6, 4, 7, 3, 6, 4, 7 only for shift operation, not for reduce operation. 8, 9 in the go to part also will combine 8 and 9. Okay, remaining every the same R3, R3, R1. So reduce operation is similar. Accept as operation also same thing. Then this blanks represents errors, error. So this is a process of constructing LR parser. Look ahead LR parser. Okay, this is going to reduce the number of states. Okay, with this we'll get, but the same functionality we have to follow like CLR. So how many steps are there? Same thing after up to construction of LR1 item sets. After that, we have to observe each and every item set. If any possibility is there to combine, so combine them, then draw the table. Okay, so draw the table, then perform the same thing, 4 operations: shift operation, reduce operation, accept, to reject, or error. Okay, if any input string is given to verify, then verify that, so that already I have shown in the SLR. So first stack is taken, input buffer is taken, then action. Okay, input string is placed into the input buffer, then stack initially going to contain the starting state of the this grammar, that is a $0 starting state. So I0, so 0. So top of the stack, then in current input symbol, based on that parser is going to take the action by looking into the table. What is the entry for that symbols in the table? Based on that, whether shift operation or reduce operation or accept or reject. Okay, if entry yes, then shift operation is performed. If entry is R, reduce operation is performed. If entry is accept, then that input string is accepted. If entry is blank, that is error, rejected. The input string is rejected. Okay, we'll stop over there. When the entry is showing the blank entry, there itself we can stop this verification, announce the given input string is not accepted. Okay, so these are the 3 parsers. These 2 are okay. CLR, same LLR is similar to CLR, but in LLR only states, number of states are reduced. Everything similar. Okay, so here which one is a most powerful parser? CLR is a most powerful parser. or you can say LALR also. If option is given like SLR, shift reduce parser, SLR, CLR, then you supposed to say CLR is the most powerful parser. Okay, so with this unit completed, unit 2. Then we'll start the unit 3, that is third phase of the compiler. So now second phase of the compiler completed in the unit 2. Okay, so that is syntax analyzer or parser. What is the name of the second phase of the compiler? Syntax analyzer or syntax analysis or parser. Parsing is done. Here two types of parser, top down, bottom up. Okay, so from this, what the output will be generated from this phase? Parse tree. So tree is generated. Tree. So tree means if tree is successfully constructed, the given input string is accepted. Okay, so that means a tree is not given as output. Okay, that explanation in the form of tree. Okay, so your input string is accepted or rejected. This parser is going to announce. Internally, it is going to construct the tree. So based on that only, it will announce whether input string is accepted or rejected. Okay, if it is rejected, then this compiler is going to generate error with the help of error handler. If it is a simple type of error, is it possible to correct? Then automatically that error recovery routine is going to correct the error. So otherwise it will show error message. Then the programmer is going to correct that mistake. So syntactical error. Okay, again we'll compile. So after a compilation, this second phase of the compiler is going to give whether it is accepted or rejected. If it is accepted, then tree is constructed. Internal tree is constructed, that will be given to the next phase as a input. Okay, if it accepted, if the given string is accepted, then only that tree is given to the next phase of the compiler as a input. If it is not accepted, means it will stop over there. Then it will report the error message in which line that mistake is here, which kind of mistake it is. So that type of will be given by the error recovery routine. Error handler. Error recovery routine. That means if it is possible to correct the error, so that error recovery routine is going to do. Otherwise, this error handler is going to issue a that reporting message. Okay, so clear? Yes, ma, respond. Hello. So unit 2 completed with LALR parser. Yes, ma, ardhamaina. So in the next class we will start the unit 3. In this exam, that means for the mid one, you are going to have 2.5. Mostly, how much time we have now? 17 means the next week, this week and next week. So most probably half of the unit will be completed. So 2.5 is going to be there in the mid. So that means for the mid one exam, 2.5 unit we covered. From this you will get questions in the exam. Okay, in end of this week we will share the assignment questions. You how to submit by writing, by scanning, that instructions. Okay, respond for the attendance. Yes, ma. Respond.